I go to the doctor, he checks me out, and everything looks pretty good.
Yeah.
So then a couple of weeks later, the trouble starts.
Brandon, go ahead.
So, you went to the doctor, everything was good, and you're saying a couple weeks later?
Yeah, all of a sudden symptoms show up, and I'm going, oh, what happened here?
Well, the good news is you went to the doctor within the 14 days.
Right.
So the 14-day rule no longer applies.
Okay.
Because you've already gone to the doctor. So you could go within that 14 days and not go again for another couple of weeks if pain starts starts flaring up again, and you're completely covered. The issue is the insurance company is obviously going to look at that as, oh, well, maybe something else caused that. But that's where Justin and I come in and say, no, nothing else caused that. That was the car accident.
Yeah. Good. So you just want to get to the doctor.
Absolutely. You definitely want to get to the doctor. There's also a number of other things you want to do when you get hit. Obviously, you're going to be disoriented most likely when you get hit initially. But the smartest thing you can do is take pictures of everything that's happened. Take pictures of the damage to your car. Take pictures of the damage to the other car. I would advise that you always call the police. Get a police report. The police report's not admissible in court. However, the insurance companies look at these police reports when they establish who's liable or who's at fault for the accident. Once the police officer establishes who's at fault, typically that's where the insurance company will make their ruling.
I think that's a good point. I think we should get a little more detailed about that too. So let's say I do have an accident. I get rear-ended, Brandon.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we all stop. We get out of the car. And the guy behind me says, look, here's my number. Just give me a shout down the road and I'll stroke you a check.
Yeah.
Is that ever a good policy?
Unless he's stroking you a check for $100,000
in certified funds on the scene,
funds, if something in that nature, or has cash to that extent, then it's never a good idea to take somebody's word on that matter.
well, then it's drug money at that point
Yeah,
anyway. If it's in a briefcase,
Yeah,
no.
it's laundered, washed money.
So you always want to make sure we get some type of police report, correct?
Absolutely.
And then no doubt about it, you want to make sure that we get photographs. Take as many photographs as you possibly
The
can.
best thing you can do is take photographs.
Because what I have noticed is, on the scene of the crime, on the scene of the accident, everyone's friendly. Actually, you know, they just rear-ended you, so they're trying to be nice. When it comes time, when they know that their insurance rates are going to go up, when their adjuster starts calling them saying, "Hey, what happened? You know, we talked to the guy who got hit, and they say you rear-ended him." Oh, I did not rear-end him. They stopped right in front of me. Or this other car,
My favorite.
they slammed on their brakes.
Yeah.
They're going to do anything they can to make it seem like they were not at fault and you were at fault.
Right.
So whatever they say on the scene, however nice they're going to be very suspicious, because when it comes time and they know that their rates are going to go up, they're going to lie through their teeth and try to make it seem like it was not their fault. This happens every time. So make sure you get some type of police report. Make sure you get the pictures showing that it was the other person's fault, because it can be a fight later. Really,
is it always the guy who hits you from behind? Is it always his fault, or is there
There's a presumption. There is a presumption in law that the person that hit you from behind is the one at fault. However,
That's
there
what
are
I
obviously loopholes, like the person in front of you could have been backing up for some reason
Right.
from a red light, something crazy like
it's
that.
very rare that
Very
it
rare.
wouldn't be their fault.
Okay.
Even if it kind of wasn't their fault, they're going to presume that it was the person from behind
Right.
whose fault it was. Now, we see a lot of times where we have a chain reaction accident. Let's talk about this a little bit, Brandon.
Yeah.
So let's say that you're stopped at a red light, okay, Mick? You get hit once, and then you get hit again. Now, whose fault was that? Is it car number 2 or car number 3? Is it the car in the middle or the third car? Brandon, tell us how we review that.
Well, obviously there's Florida law and I think just the customary rules of driving in general that you're supposed to. See, it's been 13 years since I've taken the driving test, but I'm pretty sure you have to be a car distance behind somebody.
Yeah.
So
For every 10.
the theory behind that is the guy in the middle, when he gets hit, as long as he's a safe distance behind you, he's not going to run into you. However, if he's right on your tailgate, like everybody does, odds are when he gets hit, he's going to hit you as well. Or he hits you first, like Justin was saying, and then you get hit again because the guy behind him hits you. In both situations, the car in the middle is at fault, and there is liability, and in some situations it might not be 100%, but there always will be some kind of liability.
So the first guy that hit you.
Right.
Yeah.
I've had an auto accident. It wasn't my fault, and I've been injured. What is my case worth? 321-282-1055. YouHavePower.com. That answer ahead in the next half hour right here on Bud 94.1.